Good afternoon. It is Thursday, January 23rd. It's currently 4:49 in the afternoon, and it is time to get to work. Let's see. The 1967 that you see on the screen right there, that's, I believe that is Lyft's adjustment, probably like Prop 22 adjustment for us here, California. Because I haven't done any rides because I haven't even turned the app on, and I just opened the app and that was there. So lucky me. Look at that. Let's see. Pretty low expectations for tonight. There's nothing really going on, nothing major, just your typical bar scenes and probably some club shows or whatever like that. But the Kings aren't in town. There's no concerts. There's nothing major going on right now. So I have a feeling that tonight's probably going to be pretty quick. Just because I don't think it's going to be very busy. Next week, starting next Monday, the International Wine Symposium will be happening here in Sacramento. Draws people from all over the world here to Sacramento. It's a 4-day event. Last year when I drove during that time, I had some great days. They go out and do stuff after the symposium stuff gets done at 5 o'clock, and they're all over town going to bars and restaurants and having their post events and all that kind of good stuff, and those people party. So next week I'm hoping is going to be a decent week, but right now we got to focus on tonight, and tonight I think it's going to be probably pretty slow, and if it is, I'm going to bug out and not waste my time out here. So with that, let's turn this one on. And let's turn this one on. And see what happens. Fingers crossed. You never know. Maybe I'll be surprised, but I'm going in without it. Well, you know what? We'll take that one. That was quick. All right. Let's go get Anthony here and get this night started. All right. I will be back as normal with updates throughout the evening, and we'll see how this unfolds. All right, I'll be back. All righty, quick update. Let's see. After that first ride, I did a ride out to the airport. Probably shouldn't have done it. And then once I got out there, the streak died. I had to go sit in the queue for like 5 minutes, but I got out of there as fast as I could. Again, I put a 15-minute limit on my time there, and I was able to get out of there within 5, which was nice, but got me back down here a little bit towards downtown, and then yeah, I've got like 3 rides in right now on the night. Like I said earlier, I think this is going to be a shorty. I just doesn't look like it's going to be busy enough to keep me entertained to stay out here. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, been watching, watching people on the YouTube as normal, and seeing what a lot of people are talking about. And I was looking at my analytics today on who's watching this video, and it's a lot of young men between the age of 25 and 34. And I would say, if you're in that age group and you're looking at this, doing rideshare as thinking about it as a full-time gig, I think you really need to reconsider. I don't think that this gig work is feasible for full-time. Only because in order for you to be successful full-time at this, your time commitment has to be way over 40 hours a week, probably somewhere between 60 and 80 hours a week to make any kind of decent money, to make it worth your while. And if you think about that, if you're working 80 hours a week at this, that's a huge time commitment. I mean, you have no time to do anything else but this, which is why I say that it's not really a feasible full-time position anymore. It used to be 5-6 years ago. Most definitely you could do this full-time, work 40 hours and do very well. Not so much anymore. Even if you're working in some of the bigger urban areas, I still think that you got to put in a lot of time to make a decent amount of money. And if you watch these videos where these guys are making $1,500 in a week, $1,600 in a week, $2,000 in a week, you also have to keep in mind that that's their gross and not their net. They still have to factor in expenses, and most of the people that I watch don't talk about their expenses to earn that $1,500 to $2,000 that they made in a week. What did it cost them to do that? Because that's a huge factor. You have to factor that in. It looks great to see someone make $2,000 in a week. I mean, yeah, that's fantastic. You know, yeah, you're making $8,000 a month. Again, what's your time worth? And is your time worth making that much money? Because you're going to have to put in serious time to get there. And second, what did it cost you to earn that money? Because you have to take those expenses out of what those earnings are, plus taxes. And, you know, do you have health, you know, are you paying for health insurance out of that too, right? Are you paying for everything else that goes with it? I think, are you putting money away for retirement? Because as a private contractor, it's up to you to make those kinds of savings. And this gig is I don't think this gig is really suitable for full-time work. I do very well part-time, but I also have a full-time job that provides a very secure base for me to be able to do this and be selective and not spend a lot of time doing it. You know, I drive 2 to 3 days a week on average. If there's other things going on, I'll usually increase it more. But, you know, I'm also doing other things outside of this. So, anyway, if you have a different opinion, please leave it down below in the comments. I'd love to hear what other people think. If you're doing this full time, I would be interested to know how you're really doing. You know, what is your net at the end of the month, and what is your gross? Because that's a big, you know, those are big numbers to kind of take into consideration. So, yeah, please leave a comment down. I'd love to hear from you if you're a driver, what your thoughts are, and if you're thinking about doing this, you know, ask some questions, especially not just of me, but of those other drivers, and see what they say. Because, you know, when I ask questions of other drivers that I see on YouTube and I say, hey, what are your expenses? What is your net? A lot of them don't provide that. They're not forthcoming with that. They'll show you the big numbers, but what they won't show you is what their net is. And to me, that's the most important number. If you make $2,000 in a week, but it costs you $2,500 to make it, are you really making any money? No. So don't be lured by big numbers unless you see what they're actually netting out at the end of the month, because that's the most important thing. All right, enough of my soapbox. I'm gonna hang here for a bit and see what happens. If I don't get a ride here by 7:30, I'm probably gonna bug out and go home and call it a night. But I'll be back to let you know what the outcome is on that. All right, I'll be back. Well, that's a wrap. It's just too dead out there for me to stay out. I got a ride that got me basically down the road here, a couple miles away from my house. So I said, screw it, I'll take it, and I'm gonna head home. So that's what I did. So let's turn this off. And let's go look at the numbers. Well, there you can see it right there. 6 trips, 51-27. Man. Yeah. I mean, look, only offered 10. That's just, yeah. Not good. Slow. Super slow. Let's go back here. Yeah, an hour of sitting around in 3 hours. It's just not good. So there's the last ride right there. I mean, I would never, I would really not take that ride, the last ride right there, ever. But again, it got me home, so that's why I took it. But I mean, that's just a loser ride for me. But here's the rest of them. Yep, that's it right there. I didn't do anything on Lyft either. Not one ride on Lyft. So the only thing I got out of Lyft was that $19 right there, which was from adjustment, you know, their earnings commitment thing. So yeah, not great. I mean, I had 8 offers there. I didn't even take one, but what a crappy night. But you know, I went in with the expectation that it was going to be a slow night, and it turned out to be, and so that's why I pulled the plug. It's just not worth my time to be out. But anyway, that's going to do it for the week for me. I'll be back next week. Next week, fingers crossed, is going to be a good week. Again, the wine symposium will be happening. There'll be a lot of people in Sacramento, so hopefully that spikes business. So we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed there. But in the meantime, please hit the like and subscribe button if you're not already. And please leave a comment down below regarding the earlier comment regarding driving full-time, and whether or not, if you're a driver and you're driving full-time right now, what are your thoughts? And if you're thinking about this, you know, please ask any questions. I'll be happy to help. And leave a comment. All right. With that, I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.